Well, you all know that Jane Doe has been on the stand concerning Diddy and all the things that she went through with him, and pretty much the same as Cassie as far as the men are concerned, all the different men that he wanted her to be with, and all the ways in which he wanted her to lower herself, to defile herself, and all the ways in which he wanted the different men to do the various things with her. Y'all, it's the same old story. And it's the same situation as far as this man was not really into these women like that, okay? Look, just face it. Jane don't want to say something about loving this man or being in love. Girl, that is not the case. Love does not look like that. Now, we know, of course, that you wanted to get some things. You wanted your bills paid. You wanted money for this and you wanted money for that. But girl, ain't no way you're going to stand up there talking about you love this man. Love does not look like that. This man did not love any of these women, okay? These women were not his type. This is not what he wanted in women. What he wanted in women was just what he got. He wanted these women to be with these other men so that he could get his enjoyment from seeing the men do what they do, okay? You all know that's the case because Cassie told us when she was finished, Diddy wanted something done with him putting things on his chest and spreading things all over himself. Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? And this is just it. He's just not that into you. He's just not that into you. And y'all, he wanted to show that. Now, I don't know what it took for these women to finally wake up and realize, no, this man did not. Okay? Because at one point, I believe it was Jane Doe who said over the phone, oh, you really don't care about me. You just want me for the bingo. Ding, 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 ding. Bingo. Winner. Game over. Exactly. That's what he wanted you for. They tried to make it be something else because they had looked at what they had done with their lives and they had to try to make it out to be something else. They had to try to force it to be, oh, well, this is love. Oh, well, I care for him. Y'all, it was a, a, a terrible thing that you all went through with this man. Granted, but this man had no love for you, okay? And you have to take stock of the things that you allowed to happen. And that's what you were doing. And when you finally realized that, because it was so sad. It was so sad. Jane Doe broke down on the witness stand and just started crying. It was so sad, y'all, because she was realizing what she had allowed this man to do to her. And that's what she finally realized and saw the light of, wow, she did this. She made this choice. Yes, there were instances where she said he forced her to do it when she didn't want to do it. But she was still up in there doing it. Okay, now, what does force look like? Force looks like he continued to argue and become belligerent and want to put hands on them when they didn't want to do what he wanted them to do. But you have to ask yourself, was there still a way for you to say no and to get out of that? Okay? Let's look at it now. We're looking at accountability on all angles here. We're not taking away anything from these women that went through that. At the same time, if the women don't look at this and see that, yes, indeed, there is a choice, then we don't want you to keep making the same mistakes over and over again. You got to look and take accountability for it. And I was hoping that was the case with Jane Doe when she broke down crying on the stand to see that what she had done was really her choice. Okay? So we're not taking anything away from the fact that she went through something horrible with Diddy. We're not taking that away from her. But we want the women to see you did have a choice in this. It became a forceful situation to you because you felt you were in this man's orbit and you couldn't get out at that particular time because there was a close proximity and there would be belligerence, there would be hands put on you, there would be all kind of turmoil set up, and you felt you didn't have a choice within that arena. But how about if you stepped outside of that arena? How about that? Okay, ladies, you got to look at it. You got to look at it. You made the choice. You got to look at it. We don't want you going down this same lane again, saying that you were not in a position to choose. You got to look at it. You know you did it. You know you chose it. Okay? So no, Diddy is still going to get what's coming to him indeed. He's getting what's coming to him. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's going to happen. He's getting what's coming to him. But ladies, we want you to know that there is something better and you have a choice in it.